Hey girls, today I want to share with you some information about macros. You probably hear this all the time. If it fits your macros, are you hitting macros? Are you tracking macros? Should we track macros? All this kind of stuff. And firstly, I want to explain what it's all about, and then I want to explain why you should or shouldn't or could or maybe don't want to track your macros. So macros or macronutrients are the food that our body needs a lot of. They're broken down into three different components. There's protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And we need a combination of all these macronutrients to live, but also to help build and repair our muscle, to help give us energy, to help support our hormones and our immune function and our cells and our joints and everything you can imagine. We need this. This is like the building blocks of our body, and this is what food is made up of. So if you take away food as being good or bad, because we don't like to label food, if you don't think about it as healthy, unhealthy, clean, cheat meal, that kind of stuff, and just think about food for what it is, you'll start to learn and realize that food is actually just macronutrients and it's fuel for our body. So what we actually need to make us feel good, to help us reach our goals, to do what we need to do, and to live. So protein, obviously, as you all know, it's a really, really big, important part of your diet and your lifestyle. Protein is really good to help you build muscles. It's really good to keep you fuller for longer. Plus, it's really, really important because in protein from animal products, there's something called vitamin B12, and that is so important. You can only really get it from animal products. So it's really, really important in your immune function, helping build and repair your muscles. But also, if you're not having your animal products, it's quite hard to get that. So often you need to supplement, or you can find out how to eat 2 different kinds of plants to get one of those complete vitamin Bs. So that's also really, really important. Carbohydrates, anything from sugars, vegetables, complex carbs like fibers, like I just said, vegetables, fruit, starches, so rice, potatoes, pumpkin, all those carbs is really, really important for our energy. Also helping to refuel our glycogen stores, which helps us actually build our muscle and give us energy for our muscles to be used properly. Carbs also have a bad name. You might have seen the video we made earlier about carbs are not bad and you can have carbs, but carbs, everyone's like, I love carbs, but really carbs is carbs. The food that you really love is when it's a combination of carbs and fats, and that's when we tend to overeat food. That's the delicious foods like cakes and cookies and heaps of sauces and rice and all that kind of stuff mixed together. But carbs by itself is really, really important just to have to refuel our systems and give us energy. We have glycogen in our brains. Our brains need carbs, so we have to eat carbs. It's going to help us concentrate, focus, be productive, all that stuff. So finally, the third macronutrient is fats, and similar to carbs, fats are not good or are they not bad. So it's just neutral. Fats are really important in terms of our hormone health, especially as girls. We've got lots going on, our reproductive system, we need to concentrate, we've got hormones going up and down at all different times of the month. They're never ever stable. Our goal is to make them as stable or in balance as we can. If we're eating too less fat, then probably hormones will start to go out of whack a little bit. Now, I speak from experience with this. When I thought, oh, I just need to lose a little bit of fat, I'll drop my fat calories because fats are a lot higher in calories than carbs, for example. But I started eating too lower fats that my hormones were a little bit out of balance. So I had really bad period pain, I couldn't concentrate, I got really sore joints from training just because fats really help build up the cells around your joints. So when I go back and think about it, I'm like, well, it's because I wasn't eating many fats. So fats are really, really important. There's different types of fats. Saturated fats, which you need and you get from animal products. Anything, too much of anything is a bad thing. So don't go overboard on saturated fats, but it's not necessarily a bad thing for your health. There's polyunsaturated fats, which is our omega-3s and omega-6s. Omega-3s are really, really important for healthy cell function and hormones. So you get that from salmon and eggs. There's, what am I up to? Monounsaturated fats, which is the fats that we actually want. You may have heard these as healthy fats. Avocado oil, nuts, olive oil, what have I got? Fat in egg yolk. We've got all the nut oils, the fats that we should steer away from, because long term they have a negative impact on our health, is actually trans fats. And trans fats come from fats that we actually cook a lot. So all our industrial seed oils, so think about canola oil, vegetable oil, sunflower oil, all those fats, once cooked, turn into a trans fat. So they turn into a solid, so it's a lot harder for our body to digest. We kind of store it in our midsection. You may have heard about visceral fat, which is stuck to our organs, which is the fat we don't want in our body. Fat on our limbs and outside of our body and around our muscles, we can normally lose that with a little bit of lifestyle change, but visceral fat is quite hard to change because it's inside and stuck to your organs, which puts a lot of pressure on your organs, therefore leading to, cardiovascular disease and all the other diseases. You might also notice a bit of weight around your midsection as well. So that's the only fats that I would suggest staying away from. All the other fats are really good, we need them. Same as carbs, don't eliminate anything. Eat what you would like, but in moderation. And protein is really, really necessary for building muscle, keeping full, like I said, and your health function as well, because that's really, really important to get all the amino acids that our body needs from animal products. So they're the macronutrients: protein, fat, and carbs. I'll give you a quick breakdown. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories as well. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So it's almost double the amount of calories as carbs. So it's not necessarily a good or bad thing, it's just something that you need to be aware of. I know there's a video on portion sizes and how to make a balanced meal, so go back and check that out in terms of the macronutrients, but that's really, really important just to understand the basis of food and what it's all about. I'm going to explain the importance of tracking macros next, so stay tuned or I'll see you in a few days.